Well, this weekend is expected to be among the busiest of the year for travel. And after last year's challenges, airports say they're prepared this time. CTV National's Scott Hurst joins us live now with more on this. Scott, good morning. We're going to talk about, airlines, airports, and how they're preparing for this busy holiday season. I'm sure they took away some lessons learned from last year.
Yeah, Jen, today could be the busiest day at Pearson of the year. Upwards of 160,000 people could pass through the terminals, and airports and airport authorities and airlines. At the moment, they're saying all the right things, that they've learned lessons from last year's issues. Of course, extreme weather caused significant problems, and that, for some degree, is out of the hands of the airlines and the airports. But also there were staffing issues, post-pandemic staffing issues that lingered, that caused a lot of problems, and a baggage issue, particularly at Pearson, that caused significant delays, and all of that had ripple effects around the country. So what we're hearing from airport authorities and airlines is that they're adding more staff. As we look live at Terminal 1 at Pearson this morning on what could be the busiest day of the year, Air Canada says it's adding 14 extra planes around the country that are all extra, not in service yet, but ready to go in service if needed. WestJet says it's using planes from its former low-cost carrier Swoop as well, and working closely with Sunwing to bolster capacity. And the GTAA, the Greater Toronto Airport Authority, says it's increased staff, added new snowplows, and using a new AI system, Jen, to improve baggage handling flow. So at the moment, they're saying all the right things. Of course, weather is always the wild card this year, but as you heard from Bill, at least here in Toronto, it doesn't appear to be a major issue for airports right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll be getting a white Christmas, but on the flip side, hey, at least you can kind of travel worry-free in terms of weather delays. And Scott, what tips do you have for travelers, to make the journey less stressful?
Yeah, one thing in particular from airport authorities is that over the last couple of years, they've introduced apps that allow customers to check in and skip a lot of the lines before they even get to the airport, so it can be much more smooth as they navigate through the airport. Another key thing to note is that it's a recommendation to not wrap your presents ahead of time, because they might have to be unwrapped if they're flagged going through security. Also, every year, airport authorities and security officials often show off how much they've confiscated and what they've confiscated trying to get through security. So make sure you know what's in your carry-on. And of course, Jen, all the old adages of arrive early, give yourself lots of time, and be patient, they still work, particularly this time of year, so that everyone can get through smoothly. No matter what, it's going to be busy. Hopefully there aren't any knock-on effects from other issues that could arise.
Yeah, and Scott, I also heard that if you're planning on bringing a snow globe for someone, maybe leave that at home, because especially in your carry-on, that counts as a liquid.
That liquid is not allowed in your carry-on, so
exactly.
wrap it closely, make sure it's safe, but put it in your checked baggage.
Exactly. No snow globes on the carry-on. Okay, CTV National, Scott Hurst, thank you.